What's up, yogis and yogis? Welcome to Yogana. My name is Anna. Today we're just going to be doing a pretty basic Vinyasa flow with a couple challenging postures, but also lots of modifications. So go ahead and hop onto your mats and we'll get started. All right, everyone, so let's go ahead and begin in a comfortable cross-legged seat with a nice tall spine. Start to roll out the shoulders to release any tension, really feeling any tightness in the shoulders, and switching directions. Rolling out the neck a couple times and just working out any kinks you might have there, just rocking back and forth if there's some tightness, working out those areas. Finding lots of space in the upper body. Nice and grounded in the sits bones. And then when you feel balanced out, feel worked out, just come back to that neutral spine. Find some seated cat-cows. So we'll interlace the hands, press the palms forward, arch through the spine, find that cat pose, roll the shoulders in, press the torso back, keep those hips grounded, and then inhale, open up, find cow, take the hands overhead, press the belly forward, the heart opens. Exhale as you arch through cat, round through the spine. Inhale as you open, 2 more times, just like that. Each cat, each cow. Moving at your own pace if you need to hold a breath or two longer in one posture if it feels really good. Just you're welcome to do that as always. Good, next time, hands come all the way overhead. We'll exhale and release. Hands come down beside us. And then spin the legs behind us, moving into all fours and coming right into puppy dog pose. So the knees are hips distance wide. Walk the hands really far forward, so almost touching the top of the mat. Keep the hips lifted as the heart melts down. Those toes can be slightly tucked if that helps you feel a little more grounded, or just kind of hang out with the toes untucked. Press that heart back towards the back of the knees so the heart really melts down. The shoulder blades open up. Good. On the next inhale, we'll lift the heart back up. Come all the way down onto the belly. Find cobra here. So the palms are just underneath the shoulder blades. Elbows bent, shoulders down the spine. We'll just press into the palms so we open up in the heart. Good, making our way into a down dog. We'll tuck the toes, press into the palms, lift the hips high, and warm up the hamstrings. Pedaling out the dog, dropping one heel, bending the opposite knee, switching sides, keeping the hips lifted. Eventually evening out both of the heels, pressing them evenly towards the ground, the hips high, and tippy-toeing your feet up to meet your hands. We'll find a forward fold, landing and exhaling, softening the knees, focusing on that release in the upper body, the head, the shoulders. So grab opposite elbows to help release. Shake out the head, yes and no. Let the blood rush to the head. Gravity open up the backs of the knees and the low back. And then exhale, release the hands. Ragdoll yourself up to a standing posture, slowly moving through that vertebrae The head's going to be the last thing to rise. Finding your way, rolling the shoulders back, palms facing forward. Tadasana. We'll inhale the arms high. Exhale, dive it down. Find forward fold. Inhale, find a half lift, flat back. Exhale, refold and step back with the right foot. Find a low runner's lunge. Good, we'll already start to get into the hips. So we'll find cat-cow, low lunge. Dropping that right knee slightly, opening up in the heart, shoulders roll down the spine. Exhale as you arch, lift the hips, straighten slightly through that left knee. Roll the shoulders in. Inhale, open up, drop the hips. Exhale, arch. Inhale, open. Exhale, arch. Inhale, last time, open up. And then neutralize the hips, find that low runner's lunge, and press that left foot back to meet the right. Find a high plank. Press those shoulders forward and then lower down, either like an inchworm, knees, chest, chin, or bent elbows. Aim those elbows back. Find chaturanga. Inhale, flip the toes, find up dog or cobra. Up dog, the bottoms of the hands, tops of the feet, the only things touching. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find down dog. Make our way to the opposite side. We'll inhale, kick that right heel high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right foot up and all the way through. Low runner's lunge. Drop the hips low, open up in the heart as we inhale. Exhale as we arch. Shoulders roll in, hips lift high, right knee straightens. Inhale, drop the hips, open up. Exhale as we arch. Inhale, open. Nice and deep into the hips. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, neutralize the spine. Neutralize the hips. That left foot's going to come up to meet the right, so we'll find that forward fold again. Inhale, circle, sweep the arms high. Exhale, palms come together at prayer center. Good. From here, we're just going to take a giant step back with the right foot. Find a warrior two, so that right heel lands 45 degrees. Arms come out to a T. Inhale, take that right hand down the spine. Keep the hips lowered. That left knee bent and open to the left side of the mat. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, extended side angle. Drop the hips low, reach up with the right hand. Inhale, bring it back up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down, frame that left foot. Press back, left foot goes back to meet the right. Chaturanga, we'll meet in down dog, and up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right heel goes high. Exhale, right foot comes up to meet the hands. Drop that left heel 45 degrees. Inhale, windmill the arms open. Drop the hips low. Peaceful warrior. Left hand goes down the back leg. Right arm reaches high. Hips nice and low. Inhale, bring it up and through. Resting that right elbow on the right knee. Find extended side angle. Breathe deep into that left side body. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Pressing back, making our way into a down dog. Moving through that flow if you'd like, or just pressing the hips right into a down dog. Totally up to you. Good, we'll meet in a down dog. Tippy toe or float. Feet come up to meet the hands, forward fold. Exhale as you land. Inhale, circle sweep the arms high. Exhale, palms come together at prayer. Good, we're gonna move right into a high lunge. So we'll take a giant step back, landing on the right toes this time. Both hip points are aiming forward still. So high lunge, arms come high, drop the hips low, and then find Superman pose. We'll reach it forward, heart melts over that left knee. Exhale, fist of fire. Make fists with the hands, pull the palms in, touch the hips. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull the hands in, touch the hips. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, pull those hands in, heart hovers. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, open arm, high lunge twist. Left arm reaches back. Take that left hand down the back leg. Open up, reach back with the right fingertips. And then slowly release that left or that right leg with the left hand. Reaching down, finding an easy twist with that right hand. Stacking the shoulders, left arm goes high. Good, and then from here we'll lower down that left hand, find that low runner's lunge. Open up with that right heel, landing 45 degrees, and then finding warrior two again. Arms come out to a T. Reach it forward, keep that left knee bent. We're gonna dive that left hand down, open up here, and then stay right here, or we're gonna move into a half bind. So taking that left arm underneath the left thigh, reaching back with those right fingertips, maybe grabbing the fingertips and staying here, or moving into bird of paradise. So stagger stepping that right foot in, grounding through the right foot, softening through the right knee, and then slowly bringing that left knee up. Good, fixing your gaze on something not moving. Really strong, good balance. And then slowly landing, softening that right knee, touching down with the left foot, releasing the hands, giant step back with the right foot, optional flow. Pressing that left foot back, maybe press those hips right into down dog or move through that chaturanga. Good, exhale, down dog. This time we'll kick that right heel high. Exhale, find high lunge on this side. So right foot comes all the way through. Inhale the arms high. Sink the hips low. Reach it forward. Heart hovers over that right knee. Shoulders are down the spine, away from the ears. Exhale, fist of fire. Hands come in to meet the hips. Release. Inhale, bring those hands in. Exhale, release. Keep that heart hovered. Inhale, hands come in. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, hands come in. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms high. High lunge, sink the hips low. Fly that right arm back. Find an open arm twist. Hips nice and low. Right hand goes down the back, left leg. Reach back with the left fingertips. And then windmill that right arm back in front. Lower down that left hand to meet that right foot. Open up, find an easy arm twist. Stack the shoulders. Gaze stays down on the ground to ground you, or starts to make its way up. Lower down that right hand, frame that right foot, and then drop that left foot 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior two. Sink the hips low. Reach it forward and down with the right fingertips. Stack the shoulders. Stay right here. Or find that half bind. Reach underneath that right knee, that right thigh. Reach back. Find your right fingertips with your left fingertips. And then stagger step that left foot in, fixing your gaze, and slowly bringing that right knee up. Bird of paradise. Good, soften through that left knee. Gently land with that right foot. Release the hands. Giant step back with the left foot. And then meet in down dog. Good. And then inhale, start to make your way back to the front of the mat, tippy toeing or floating. Bringing the feet up to meet the hands, find forward fold. Exhale as you land. Inhale, circle sweep the arms high. Exhale, come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Good, from here we'll inhale the arms high. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, giant step back with the right foot. Find warrior two. Land 45 degrees with that right heel. Windmill the arms open. And then inhale, straighten through that left leg. Arms come up overhead. Turn those left toes to face the same direction the right toes are facing. And then exhale, release the arms out beside you at a T. So the wrists are lined up with the ankles here to gauge your width of your feet. We'll inhale, arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it forward. Find a wide-legged forward fold. Shake out the head again, releasing any tension in the upper body, the neck, the head. Good, and then from here, we'll find a half lift, so just flat back, tabletop with the back. Exhale, refold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms back overhead. Find that wide-legged stance, palms come together at prayer center. And then heel toe the feet in just slightly, so we'll move into horse or goddess pose. So the heels are gonna come in, toes are aiming towards the corners of the mat. We're gonna place the hands on the knees, sink the hips low, bend into the knees, and then find some shoulder drops. So we'll drop that right shoulder in towards the center. Left shoulder, gaze goes over the left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, drop that left shoulder in. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, drop. Just a couple times each side, moving at your own pace. Holding either side as long as you need to. Good, next time you come through center, we'll straighten through the knees, take the arms high. And then exhale, bend back into that left knee, turn the toes to face the front, drop that right heel 45 degrees, arms out at a T. Windmill the hands down, find standing split. Ground through that left foot, kick that right heel high. Keep that left knee gently softened so you're not overextending here. Grab onto the back of the left calf if you need a little bit extra balance challenge, or keep the hands grounded, making sure that right hip is aiming towards the mat. That right heel is aiming towards the sky. Good. Moving into a warrior three. We'll soften through that left knee. Bring those palms up to prayer center as we slowly bring the torso up. Keeping that right leg activated, that core activated. Reaching forward with the hands to help your balance or flying them back to challenge. Softly landing in warrior one, we're going to soften through that left knee, ground gently through that right foot, take the arms high. Find devotional warrior. So taking those hands behind you, interlacing the fingertips, pressing the knuckles away from you, hips nice and low, shoulders roll back, and then we'll dive it down. Find that devotional warrior. Fingertips can stay grounded on the low back or getting deeper into the shoulders. Fly the hands high. Releasing the head, any tension there. And then slowly take the hands to the low back. Release the hands, frame that front foot. Giant step back with the right toes, landing on the toes, and then meeting in down dog. Flow or not. Left foot goes back to meet the right. We'll meet in down dog. Press the hips high. Sink the heels low. Inhale, kick that right heel high. Exhale, bring it up and all the way through. Find warrior two on this side. We'll ground through that left foot. Windmill the arms open at a T. And then inhale, straighten through that right knee. Turn the right toes the same direction as the left toes. Drop the shoulders down. Line up the wrists with the ankles. Inhale, arms high, maybe palms to touch. Exhale, dive it down, hinge at the hips. We're going to find a little twist here to get really deep into the shoulder blades. So keep that right hand planted maybe on the fist or the palms, and then open up with that left arm. So the shoulders are in line here. Gaze can stay down on the ground or lifted. And then switch sides. Exhale, release the left hand. Inhale that right arm. Exhale, release. Both hands come through center. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, release. Refold. Inhale, start to bring yourself back up, hinging at the hips. Heel toeing the feet in slightly. Heels come in, toes aim out. Sink the hips low. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, bend in the elbows. Find cactus arms. Good. Come up onto the toes if you can. Lifting the heels. Lowering back down to the heels, lifting up the toes. And then swapping again. Rolling onto the toes, lifting the heels, lowering the heels, lifting the toes. Good, coming back to all 4 points on the feet. Inhale, lift the arms high, straighten through the legs, lift the hips. Find warrior two, right knee bends, toes aim towards the front. Left heel drops. And then windmill down the hands, frame that front foot. Ground through the right foot, kick that left heel high, find standing split. Keep that right knee gently softened. Left hip comes in, left heel goes high. Grab onto that right calf or keep the hands grounded. Good, and then make our way slowly into warrior three, taking the hands up the legs, bringing the palms to prayer center, lifting the heart up. Reaching forward, palms at prayer center or back. Just playing around. See what feels good if you need a little extra challenge, or just wherever it feels right. We'll ground in warrior one. Soften through that right knee. Land with the left toes. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, reach it back. Interlace the hands. Press the knuckles away. Roll the shoulders back. Lengthen as we inhale. Exhale as we fold. Devotional warrior. Keep those hands on the low back or fly them high. Get deep into the shoulders. And slowly release without flinging the hands. Take them to the low back. Release the fingertips. Step back with those left toes landing on the toes. Moving through a flow or meeting in down dog. Exhale. Press the hips high. Heart goes back. And drop the knees. Find child's pose. Big toes come together. Knees out wide or together. Arms reach all the way in front of you. Sink the hips low. And then make our way into frog pose. So we're just going to go ahead and stay right where we are. Unless our knees are sensitive, then go ahead and turn to face the edges of the mat, the shorter edges of the mat, or I guess the longer edges of the mat. Find that child's pose again. So the toes are together, knees are going to be out wide, and then we're going to lift the hips so they're in line with the knees. Walk the hands forwards, maybe just landing on the forearms. And then slowly start to separate the feet. So just only as wide as they want to go. Wherever you're at is perfect. You should start to feel it in those inner hips. Just be really careful with the distance. If the knees only want to go so far out, just find your edge. And then those toes separating wider and wider gets you deeper into the posture. So full frog pose. The toes might even be wider than the knees, but no forcing it here, just slowly easing into this posture, keeping those hips lifted, and then making sure they're in line with the knees. Good, really intense posture. This can release a lot of emotions just because we hold a lot of stress and tension in the hips without realizing it. So if anything starts to surface to the mind, just know that's totally normal. Might feel a deep release in the low back, in the sacrum. Soften the shoulders. Ease into this posture with your breath. If it's too much, just slowly, slowly come out of it the way you came into it. No jerking out of the posture. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. On the next inhale, we'll start to bring ourselves back up. So lifting the heart back up, coming onto the palms. Slowly bringing those toes back in towards each other. Bringing the knees in closer to each other. Finding child's pose, so sinking the hips low. Arms reach forward. And then slowly walking the hands back in. Knees come all the way together. We'll spin the legs in front of us. Finding a staff posture. Legs are fully extended, shaking out the knees. and then making our way down onto our backs. Scooting ourselves forward towards the front of the mat. Feet are planted, arms reach out in front of us, and slowly roll ourselves down. Good, making our way down to our backs. Hugging the knees into the chest. Rolling out the ankles, rolling out the spine. And then releasing, arms come all the way overhead. Legs extend all the way down below us. Find a reclined C shape. We'll walk the heels over to the bottom right corner. Grab onto that left wrist, pull ourselves over to the top right corner. Cross that left ankle over the right, only if that's not too much. And then also, only if you can ground through that left hip, that left sits point, that left shoulder. And then feel that opening in the torso, in the space between. Otherwise, just keep the feet side by side. And slowly breathe into that space on the left side. Good, uncross the feet if you cross them. Take the hands and legs back through center. And then make your way over to the left side. So grab onto the right wrist with your left fingertips. Heels come to the bottom left corner. Right foot crosses over the left or stays right beside the left. And then ground through all 4 points of the back. So keep that right hip grounded, that right shoulder grounded. It wants to naturally kind of roll over to the left side. Just see if you can reset those points of your body and stay grounded. So you get that nice deep stretch in the right side of the body. And then uncross the feet. Bring it back through center. Find a deep morning stretch, reaching all the way overhead, pointing the toes, hugging the knees in one last time. Take a deepest inhale you've taken all day, all week, in through the nose. Exhale, Savasana. Release the arms and legs. Take the toes out to the corners of the mat. Shoulders under the spine, palms face the ceiling. Release the muscles in the face. Close down the eyes or find a soft gaze. And absorb the practice. Namaste. If you enjoyed this video and feel great, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next flow.